Hello, and welcome to the next segment of the Leadership Summit. It's a virtual leadership summit, which is the best kind because you're watching in your living room and in your comfort. Also, it's sort of a no-sell, all-share summit. So I'm really excited to bring all of these experts to you free of charge to give you a little piece of advice on leadership.
Wait. You're telling me I'm not getting a check?
No, sorry. And be quiet over there. You popped in free. I have to do my commercial, dude.
What's up with that? Jeez, I thought I'd getting something. All right, we're gonna have to make this short then.
I love this guy. Greg Reid is totally a blast. And actually, that's part of what I want to tell you about when I introduce him. But before that, I have to do my commercial, Greg. All right. The reason behind this is to seek the path of leadership, but also because I have a new book out, and I'm trying to spread the word. So it's called The 7 Senses of Leadership. It's also over my shoulder. It's the Brain Broad's Guide to Leadership Sensibility. Brain broad. This is going to be a fun interview. Remember to get the book. It's on Amazon.com. There, commercial over. Okay, so why did I invite Greg Reid, the funny guy with the red hat that already covered this week? I invited him because, well, I'm going to give you the backstory. For me, I heard about a thing called Secret Knock. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to go, and I kept asking my friend, well, get me into the Secret Knock because it had the word secret in it. And it sounded like a club I should be in, but also because I had heard that a couple of really important people that I was really trying to connect with go, and I didn't get invited to the first one I asked about, and I didn't get invited to the second one I asked about, and I didn't know who ran it. It was this big secret. And then finally, just as he was kind of winding it up, I believe, unless he's changed his mind, we'll check, I got to go to the last one, and I made connections with people that you will see on this summit that I had never been able to meet any other way. So here is a man who built this amazing thing, and I'm going to introduce you to him, but he's more than that. He's written a ton of books, and it was the most fun I've ever had at an event. So here it is, this big secret. I'm expecting it to be elite, hardly any people, and it was elite, but it was also huge and so fun. Greg Reid, thank you for saying you do the summit, and tell us all your secrets.
Well, where do you even begin? First of all, hi, it's good to see you again. Awesome. And yeah, the secret 1.0 is over, but now we're getting ready to do 2.0, the new and improved version next year in May. I got to tell you, it is going to be insane what we got planned. The people coming in is like nothing I've ever seen before, because I decided to completely reinvent Secret Knock. We went 10 years and just rocked it. I mean, the Forbes, .com listed must attend event 2 years in a row. And now we decide, what can we do to even elevate that? And that's what's coming. If you like what was before, what's coming is nothing short of spectacular.
I don't know how you could elevate it. So the food was great. The people were great. Everybody was willing to like scream and yell and participate and listen at the same time. You were fast paced. So are you going to invite me?
Absolutely. It's going to be different. I'm going to do it more. I realized everyone kept saying they wanted to network because I worked so hard to bring the right people. Just so you know, people that don't go, here's a secret knock. We don't do a sales pitch to get you there, and we won't beg you to come, and we won't tell you who's going to speak, and we won't tell you where it's at. That's it. You just got to give us thousands of dollars and trust us. And then once you come, you'll see the people we put in front of you are just the top leaders all around the world. And people, I realize, they don't have a social group a lot of times back home. They go to these events and it's rah-rah, but they get back home and they're the only person that gets it. They're the smartest person. So imagine if, like Noah's Ark, I put a few people from everywhere I go around the world all together at one place at one time. But you don't learn from coaches and teachers and mentors. I bring in the people. So if you want to start a nonprofit, here's the founder of Make-A-Wish. You got an idea for a clothing line? Here's a guy who did UGG boots, $1 billion brand. You have an invention, here's the guy who did the credit card, all the way down the line. And I bring in the people who've done it so you can learn from them and literally jump to the front of the line. That's it. Is that about summarize it?
That summarizes it. And it really was all of those things. It was really, really awesome. And I did meet all of those people. And it's exactly what I always wondered when I was first trying to build my own connections. I kept thinking, how does the person at the top of the mountain meet the other person at the top of the mountain? What do? Yell over to the other mountain, hey, you, how's it going with your troop? So
Yeah. But as you see, the most successful people are also the most available. See, if you're brand new at something, you're happy-go-lucky, you're cool, you're fresh. If you're at the pinnacle, the top, happy-go-lucky, you got nothing to prove. In the middle, pain in the ass. You're filled with ego. You're edging God out. You're finding your own voice. So the secret is to jump to the front of the line. In school, you're in trouble if you cut. Well, in life and business, that's what you do. When I want to be a best-selling author, Jesus, I got a D in English. I'm the worst writer in the world. So I went to Barnes and Noble and bought every bestseller. I called those people up and said, hey, you're doing it. Teach me. They did. Here we are 56 books later. And I realized if you surround yourself with people who are doing what you want, then ultimately you can do it for yourself. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just put a new hubcap on it the way that you want it to look.
Right. Okay. So before I ask you the 3 magic questions, gosh, you're so interesting. Time's already flying.
Wait, I want to start with my brain here. So a buddy of mine, Dr. Jeffrey Fannin, does brain scans and brain maps and stuff like that. And I went through this process. I got to tell you, I love the study of the human brain, especially that we don't know anything. And everything that we know in the last 7 years is 100% more than we knew all the thousands of years before, and it's growing exponentially. So I think what you're doing in your mission is spectacular. So I want to say thank you, and I appreciate what you're doing to make the world a better place.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, because I agree with you. There's 100 billion neurons, and there's so many scientists out there acting as if we've got the answers. And I've always found that interesting in science, because every year we get a new answer. So why would you think we have the answers now? What's that? That's ridiculous. So thank you. I do actually hands-on brain repair all over the world. So thank you for giving me a chance to say that to the people. All right. So secret knock. Where did you come up with the idea and why of making it, elite?
Okay, these are the 3 questions you ask everyone. I don't know anyone else does Secret Knock. I was going to say that's a different one. All right, so Secret Knock started with basically, for people that don't know my career, don't feel bad. I'm not very popular at home either. So what it is I have a Willy Wonka ticket to travel the world to meet the most powerful and influential people. And then I tell their story in book and film. Well, a lot of people would pull me aside and say, hey, how can I meet your friends? And so I started an event in my living room where 12 people were invited, and I brought in some of these amazing people that I had a chance to go face to face with. And then it grew and it grew and it grew, and it blew up and became what it is, today. All done until 2 years ago. We didn't have a website we have no flyers. There's no email. There's no phone number. There's no such thing. You just have to be invited to go. And it's kind of very exclusive TED Talk type of experience. By the way, it's expensive. It's like $3,000 to go the first time and $1,500 to go again. And we do it from the aspect that I bring in these high level, thought-provoking individuals so you can go have lunch with them and hang out. They don't just walk on a stage and walk off. They actually hang out with you. And it drove me nuts. If you go to these motivational events, they walk a cow out, they tell you need milk and the benefits. And for $39, you go to the back of the room. And I went, that's a bunch of crap. I go, why don't we walk the cow out, teach them how to get milk, bring it to market, how you go to meat, and then actually share the information. And that's what we do.
Yeah, and you really do it. Thank you for that. I'd rather pay a big ticket to go to something and get what I came for than go there free and then spend the whole time going, can I get something? Can I get something? Can I get something? Okay, 3 questions. What's your definition of leadership?
Example. I mean, the whole thing is a lot of people can say the words, but if you're not living those words, then it means little. For myself, I happen to be 29 years sober. I don't drink, smoke, use drugs. No big deal. It's just what I choose to do. But I lead by example rather than going around and telling people about it. It's about, progress, not perfection. And so for myself, I realized if more people could live their example of the message that they're sharing, the world would be a better place.
Great. Okay. Let's get another great one. What's your definition of success?
Freedom. Everyone's got a different version of it, but to me, success just means freedom. It's not defined by money. And as you know, I do something called the success equation that teaches people to find their, success. You want me to share it real quick or no?
Yes, please.
It's like, by the way, the people watching this, I never share this. This is something I just don't do. So this is kind of a cool little thing. So many, many years ago, I owned an advertising company, and I was very successful in it. And someone came and taught me what I'm about to share with you, and it completely changed my life to where I am today by this one thing. Success equation. Sounds like a math test. It's not. It's the letter P plus T times A squared plus F. It's so easy. See, you see these late night infomercials. They say, go find your P, go find your passion, and the money will follow. I'm sure you heard that. It's total bullshit, because the realities are, if you're passionate about something, but you stink at it, well, you have success. And by the way, success is not deemed by money. It's freedom. It's living a purpose-filled life. So if you have the P, the passion, if you watch American Idol, these kids show up 100,000, they're full of passion. Most of them stink, they won't get through. But if you have the T, which stands for talent, you got a shot. If you're passionate about singing and you're talented, it starts lining up. But without the first A, you'll fail, and that is action. You got to do something with that God-given gift. It's the action and the attraction that makes your dream come true. Think it, feel it, but you got to get off your ass and you got to do something. The second A is the most important, and that's association. But imagine if you're passionate about singing and you're talented. You're willing to grind and pay your dues and associate, align with someone who can open the doors in the music industry, and have the F, faith, that that's a journey you're destined for. Well, you might have found your success equation, and it's different for each person. So if someone came to me when I was in advertising and says, what was your passion? What would you do if you could do it for free? And I said, I'd be a teacher, but there's no money in it, and I like my lifestyle. And they said, what's your talent? I go, man, I'm full of shit. I'm the greatest talker in the world. He says, well, how do you take action with the right people? And I said, well, I could become one of those motivational speaker author guys. 3 days later, I put my business up for sale, sold it for millions of dollars. Here we are today. And the whole idea is, I realized that people can find their own success equation, not what gets you excited on an infomercial, but what's true in your heart, what your talents, what your passions, what fulfills you, then that's a true definition of success.
And that was worth the sign-in sheet. No, that was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. The last question, you sort of answered, so I'll make it a little more explicit to you. So describe the path to success. So here you have your definition of leadership, your definition of success, and you're talking to somebody, and they say, well, you did it by making it elite. Should I make my thing elite? How do you describe the path?
Everyone has a different path, and I'm like, look, anyone that tells you what you should do, I think you should run from them. And unless it's a parent, the reality is you find your own thing for you. So I do something called a hand in the sand. What that means is, imagine grabbing a handful of sand. When people give you their input, you say, thank you very much. If it works for you, keep it. If it not, you let it slip through your finger. But by saying thank you very much, at least honors the other person for their input. So instead of saying, yeah, but, and putting up a wall. So if someone says, here's what you should do in business, say, thank you very much. If it works, you keep it. And as you get this information and close your hand, that's the program that works for you. And that's how you'll find your own definition of your own success equation. But I'm going to answer your question with this. The single greatest thing that has impacted my life is from an interview I did with John Schwartz, inventor of string theory. If you ever watched The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon's always working on it. This one guy who created it gave me the greatest lesson. He said, successful people seek and listen to counsel, where failures listen to opinion. And I said, what's the difference? He said, opinion is based on ignorance, lack of knowledge, inexperience, like your family friends who've just never done what you want to do and they want to give you their input. Counsel is based on wisdom, knowledge, mentorship. People already paved the way. If you go to a family friend and say you're going to write a book, they're going to tell you every reason you can't, you'll fail, because they've never done it. If you go to Mark Victor Hansen, who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul, and say, I'm going to write a book, he'll say it's tough. Before you get started, here's what you need to know, and give you counsel based on wisdom, knowledge, mentorship. John Schwartz said, if we would spend our activities only seeking counsel and ignoring people's opinion, that's the day your life would change. So the big question is, where are we getting our information from? Only seek and listen to people that are ultimately getting the results you want, because they're the ones that can take you further.
Wow. You've been a fantastic guest, full of information, as I knew you would be. For the people that maybe can't get invited, how do they check out your stuff? Read your books? What would you like to share with them at this point?
Oh, you can go visit, actually, secretknock.co. It's our new website. We left the M off, so people won't find it. So it's secretknock.co. Go check it out. And you can apply and see if you make the cut. And the whole other thing, just understand this. If you wear a tinfoil hat and talk to dead aliens to your cat, I love you and I send you well wishes, but you're probably not going to be a good fit for us. If you're a business entrepreneur and you're opening up a brand new bagel shop, chances are we can't help you. However, if you've been around your business and everyone said you're crazy, but you did it anyway, and it's a few years down the line and you've grown it to a level and you have no one else to talk to, you feel like you're the smartest person in your group, we're that tribe you've been waiting for. We're a group of collective souls that will come together where we're not going to tell you out of your mind with that crazy idea. We're just going to show you how to make it come a reality. So that's what Secret Knock Society is all about, and we invite you to apply at secretknock.co.
All right. And thank you, Greg Reid. You've been a wonderful, informational, inspiring, exciting, fun to listen to guest. I really appreciate you taking the time for us.
Keep smiling. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.